Election Day 2012 started cold for Karen and John. The heat from 4 gas cooker rings is all they have right now. And in the basement, flooded by Hurricane Sandy, it is damp and musty. When all this is going on, when your life is like this, how can you even think about voting?
Well, I mean, it's an important thing. I mean, voting is part of the American process. You know, you vote for your president.
So then, off to vote, in a tent, hooked up to generators. This is their polling station, a cardboard sign attached to some voting booths.
We were making phone calls for a couple of days trying to find out where we were going to vote.
I would have wrote it on a piece of paper and mailed it if I had to.
It's that important?
Yes, absolutely.
It's 1 week since the big storm battered the Big Apple, throwing out the power and crippling vast areas. Today we found them pumping out the sewage pipes as the army moved in to help. Considering the sheer scale of the devastation here and the fact that they're still cleaning it up, it's a wonder that any election can take place at all. This whole area is out of power, and yet the authorities and indeed the voters have been determined to make sure it can go ahead. While some queued to vote, others queued for fuel. Supplies are still desperately short. The city laid on special buses to transport voters to polling stations. In most areas it was business as usual. Manhattan, back on its feet pretty much. Voters were told they could go to any polling station. In New Jersey, they can vote by email or even fax. It's unlikely any of this will affect the outcome of the national vote, but here in the coastal suburbs, this has been an election like no other. Matthew Price, BBC News, New York.